Check, check, check. It sounds like we've got sound happening. If you have joined live, good morning. Welcome to our Thanksgiving Day grounding meditation. Beautiful. I've just confirmed that we've got sound. Good morning. For those of you that are joining live, let me know where you're at in the chat, where you're joining from. I'm grateful that you are here this morning. And that we can be together and start our Thanksgiving holiday together. Beautiful. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Right where you're at, I just want to invite you to take a nice stretch. Take a nice full body stretch. So maybe if you're seated, maybe you go to a standing position. Maybe if you are standing, you just allow those hands to come above your head. Reach up, wiggle those fingers, feel your feet flat on the ground. Maybe you roll those ankles around, maybe you roll those hips. And even if you've decided to stay seated, you can do these same movements from your chair. So before we get into any meditation, just let out some movement here, some stretching, maybe some rolling of the shoulders. And then when it feels good in your body, go ahead and find a little bit of stillness. So the other thing I always like to do is just give myself a quick caress, a little massage. So maybe you just rub your knees or your elbows. Maybe give yourself a little massage in your shoulders. And then once you've gotten all of that movement out, I just want to invite you to find a comfortable seat. And so maybe that is lying down. Maybe you're even still in bed. Maybe you are pushing play from the kitchen or maybe even from the road as you prepare to go from one place to another. But if you are in a space where you can lay down or sit down, I invite you to find that position now. Find ease and stillness in your body. And then maybe just let out a little sigh if that feels good. Good morning to everyone that is joining this meditation live. I see you in the chat. And to everyone who is listening to this at a different time or a different day, thank you for joining this grounding, grateful start to this moment. So right now, find that comfortable position, find some stillness in your body. If you are sitting, I'm inviting you to get your feet flat on the ground. Just allow yourself to feel the ground beneath you supporting you. And if you are lying down, just find a comfortable position that feels good for you. Maybe it's those legs just outstretched, or maybe you bring the soles of your feet to touch and let your knees fall out wide. And all I want to invite you to do here is begin to bring your attention to your breath. Just allow yourself to begin to trace and follow your inhales and exhales. Just begin to notice when and where you are feeling that inhale. Notice the pause that happens at the top of that inhale. And then notice when you begin to exhale, when you begin to allow that breath to leave your body. And so I'm going to offer a few different ways for you to follow and bring your attention to your breath. The first way is maybe you just begin to count. So you notice your breath, and as you are inhaling, you allow yourself to count and just find a nice, easy beat. So maybe you make it to 4, 5, 6, but just allow yourself to count that inhale. Notice when you get to that space between. And then the same thing on your exhale. Just allow yourself to begin a count, maybe softly in your mind's voice or maybe even out loud. But notice a nice, easy beat that you can find and count your exhale. So maybe on your exhale, you make it to 5, 6, 7. If that way is helpful to keep your attention on your breath, stay there. Another way I want to offer to you is maybe in your mind you visualize a figure 8 or an infinity sign. And just like an ice skater, just allow your breath to skate or follow that sign. So notice on the exhale where you land as you trace that sign in your mind's eye. Another visual I want to offer to you as you are finding your breath and following your breath is maybe you imagine yourself standing at the edge of the water's edge, so the ocean or the beach, and you're standing at a place right where the water, as it comes in, can brush over the tops of your feet, brush just past your ankles. And as you feel all the sensations that happen with that, allow your breath to inhale. And on your exhale in that visualization, allow your breath and allow that water just to brush back past your ankles, back over the tops of your feet, back into the abundance of the ocean as you exhale. So maybe as you are just bringing your attention to your breath, following your inhales and exhales, you use one of those visualizations or you use that count. And remember, as you are following your breath, there is no right or wrong way to be in this moment. And if you find your mind moving from thing to thing, task to task that you have to get through today, just feel the joy of that task, feel the energy that that task is calling you into, and then let it know, I hear you, I see you. Right now, I'm keeping my attention on my breath. And so, as you just allow your attention to stay on your breath, maybe it's feeling good to add a little length to your breath. So, maybe you're allowing that breath to get a little bit longer on your inhale and a little bit longer on your exhale. Maybe you just play around with how that feels. Maybe it feels good to even open your mouth on that exhale and just let out a little sigh, releasing any tension, tightness, doubt, fear, worry, anxiety that you're holding in your body, allowing yourself to hear yourself exhale. And the next thing we'll add to this practice today is to bring in all of our senses and just to invite in our senses for this practice. So the first sense I want you to invite in is your sense of smell. So right now, maybe you take a nice deep breath But I want you to notice, what is your nose smelling right now? Maybe it is the clean, crisp air of the morning. Maybe it is food that is already cooking or that is in prep. Maybe you smell the freshness of your body or of a lotion or a scent that you've put on for the day. But just notice for the next few moments what your nose smells. Next, I want you to move your attention to your sense of sound and hearing. You're listening to the sound of my voice, but in this stillness, I want you to notice, what are all the sounds that you are hearing right now? Maybe you notice with your left ear, and then notice with your right ear. Maybe you can hear the sound of the space that you're in. Maybe you can hear the heater or a fan. Maybe you hear the hum of a refrigerator or a TV in the background, or people that you're sharing your home with. Just notice what you hear. Next, I want us to move our attention to our sense of taste. Notice with your mouth, maybe you just take your tongue and run it across your teeth, the back of your teeth, the front of your teeth, maybe the roof of your mouth. Notice what you are able to taste. So maybe you are tasting your saliva. Maybe you've already had breakfast or coffee today. But just notice in your mouth what your sense of taste, with all those taste buds, are able to sense. Bring your attention to your sense of touch and feel. I want you to notice where your body is making contact with itself. So maybe you have your hands resting on your thighs or on your heart or on your belly. Maybe they are resting on your head or behind your head. Maybe your feet are touching. But notice where your body is making contact with itself first. Maybe where your elbow is touching your hip or your waist. And now I want you to notice the places where your body is making contact with the earth or with support. So maybe that is a chair or a bed or the ground. So maybe you wiggle your toes. Maybe you just move your back if you can feel your back being supported by the bed or the couch that you're sitting on or lying on. Just notice that contact. And maybe here you notice where you're holding some tension or tightness. Notice if you are squeezing your thighs or squeezing your glutes or holding your shoulders up to your earlobes. Just release them down. Let your physical body release any tension or tightness that you're holding, any doubt, fear, worry, or anxiety that you're holding on to. And finally, I want you to bring your attention to your sense of sight. So if your eyes are closed or maybe they are with a soft gaze, just notice right where they're at what you see. So maybe with your eyes closed, you can see the backs of your eyelids, or you're able to take in and see different colors or shapes. Maybe if your eyes are softly open, or if you desire to softly open them, notice what you're seeing in front of you. Without moving your head, just notice what you see with your eyes. And then when it feels good, close those eyes down. So with all your senses activated and acknowledged, with your breath flowing in and out of your body, in this moment, I invite you to come into gratitude. What is just one thing that you are feeling deeply grateful for today? Maybe it is your breath. Maybe it is this moment right now. Maybe it is a person that has loved you or supported you or shown up for you. Maybe it is this day, knowing that you will get to walk in places and spaces with folks that you love and enjoy. But I just want you to bring that one thing that you are deeply grateful for. I want you to bring that to mind. And I want you to notice in your body where you are feeling that gratitude. So maybe you're noticing it in your face. Maybe your face has gone into a smile. Maybe you're noticing it in your heart center, and you just allow your hand to touch your heart center and feel that joy there. Maybe you're noticing it in your toes as they are wiggling with excitement. But just notice in your body where you're feeling that gratitude. Allow yourself right here to take a nice deep inhale. And when you get to the top, allow yourself to open your mouth, exhale out loud with a sigh. Do that 2 more times at your own pace. Find that next inhale, just like a wave. You're catching that wave. Inhale nice and deep. When you get to the top, hold it. Exhale, feeling that gratitude, feeling that energy wash over your body. Find that next inhale, pull it in. Hold on to that gratitude, feel it in your body. Exhale and release with a sigh. And in our final moments together, I invite you to set an intention for your day. Maybe it is to stay present. Maybe it is to honor yourself first. Maybe it is to be kind with yourself first. But moving your hands to your heart, find that intention. Find the way and the intention that you desire to move through with today. With your hands on your heart, take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale it out loud. Sealing that intention with gratitude, with grounding, inviting all of your senses to stay engaged for the day. Begin to bring a little bit of movement back into your body. Wiggle those fingers. Maybe you wiggle your toes. Maybe you roll those hips around just like we started. Roll those shoulders. Find any movement that feels joyful for you right now. Maybe if you are seated or seating, You slowly make your way back to standing. Or maybe if you stay seated, you just allow those arms to stretch overhead, roll those wrists around. And when it feels good, bring those hands to heart center, bring them to prayer, sealing your intention. I am grateful for you today. Thank you for joining me in this grounding Thanksgiving Day meditation. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Sending you with so much love and light. Enjoy your day and keep taking care.